Thank you all so much for stopping by today. So, y'all, we are about 80 to 90% moved in, as far as moving from the apartment over to the house. Last night was our first night that we stayed overnight. I still have to go back and pull things out of the pantry, and I also have to pull things out of the refrigerator. But what I wanted to talk to you about, because I'm out here today, is some things that I think are really important when you want to establish a garden, no matter where you stay, no matter if you want to plant vegetables, flowers, herbs, or a combination of them all. I think that this is like really important, and a lot of people miss these key things, but I think it's really good to know because it's going to help you as you continue to grow. So I'm going to turn the camera around and just talk to you a little bit about the important things that I think you should know before you even go get your first plant, before you break ground on a new garden. Yeah, this is some important stuff. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, so I'm getting started making some plans, but some things that I definitely wanted to know before I even broke ground, before I even planted a plant, and I think this is very important, is you should know your growing zone. Now, I'm going to put some resources in the description where you can click on the link, put your zip code in, and it'll tell you your growing zone. So that's exactly what I did. We're in zone 8A now. So a little bit of a difference as far as the winter, and I definitely know this because my dad stays in this area. My mom stays about 2 hours away now, but I do know that the temperatures are a little bit different. Oftentimes in the Savannah area, we may get below freezing a little bit, but not long. But here, I think it's a little bit longer. So the map has the lows of the temperature is about 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit. So this means a couple of things. It means that if you're growing a plant, then if the plant can't tolerate anything below 32 degrees, you're going to have to either plant it in a pot and put it in and take it inside, or you're going to have to grow it as an annual, which we have done before. But a lot of our citrus trees, even in Savannah, we would plant in pots, and if it got to where it got too low, which maybe only been for like an overnight low, we would either cover them or bring them in the garage. Okay, so another thing you want to know is your first spring frost and your last fall frost date, because this is going to let you know oftentimes when you can put things outside. So we have a seed starting course, and I'll put that link in the description as well, that kind of tells you based on your growing zone. And what I love about this course is it doesn't matter what growing zone you're in. Once you know how to calculate those dates, then whatever growing zone you go to, you can start seeds when it's time for you, the appropriate time to start those seeds. So you can start seeds inside, but you need to know your first spring frost so that you'll know when it's time to place them outside. And I never use those as hard dates, because my mom used to always tell us about the Easter snap. Like sometimes, you can get like a quick drop in temperatures, and you'll put your things out or put your plants out, and then you can potentially destroy them or kill them, just depending on how cold it is. And the fall frost I like to know, because oftentimes you can see what do you still have time to start before your first fall frost. Now here for us, I think our first fall frost was somewhere around December 1st. I might want to back that up a couple of days. But those are some really important things that you need to know before you even plant your first plant, that's what we're going to get ready to do. So I've already determined that. I'll probably start off putting a few raised beds up and just expanding. I don't know if we'll be able to put like everything up at one time. I just wanted to get a few things in before so that they can start growing, and we'll see how that works. I'll take you along with me as I do that. Okay, so another thing that I take into account, you may not take into an account, but I do. Now, the realtors really thought I had lost it because I told them for the backyard I either wanted south facing or west facing, and we did end up getting a west facing garden. And I say that because it depends on what you want to grow. I knew that I wanted to grow all type of vegetables, and most of your vegetables are going to be full sun. They're going to need about 6+ hours of day of sun. Now, I'm not saying that it won't get it on the north side or the east side, but you got to remember that the sun rises in the east, and as it, starts to go over to the west, you're starting to get more sun about midday. So I knew that's what I wanted. I also took into account the different structures that were around, the different trees that were around, because sometimes trees can block some of the sunlight depending on what you wanted to grow. But if y'all had seen the looks that I got, the realtor that we went with, she totally understood, because I told her, I said, I'm a gardener. I know it may sound crazy, but this is what I'm looking for. And we passed down a lot of properties that may have been beautiful inside, but the way the yard sat, it just was not right for what I was looking for. And I knew that I was going to solely, my whole purpose of getting more land was to be able to grow more on the land, so I needed it to be right to begin with. So those are some things that I really look for no matter where we went when I start my garden. Okay, so again, I'm going to put these resources in the description box for you to go on, and so you can see what your growing zone is. And the different information that you can gather when you're getting ready to start your garden. So just a quick recap, you definitely want to know your growing zone, and make sure you have just like a separate notebook or a separate journal so that you can put this all in. I also like to put those temps that they give you. So ours was about 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit. I also like to know my first spring frost, my last fall frost, because that'll help me know the growing days or the amount of time that I have to grow whatever I'm growing for that season. And also some resources will be in there in the description on one of the websites, that if you're growing like vegetables, it'll tell you like when you can put them out, when's the best time to kind of start them, when we're getting towards the end, because actually it's going to be really quick, really soon, me to start some of my fall seeds that I'm going to try to get started. Also, you want to see what direction that your garden is going to be in. What direction is it facing? And also look for structures around it, like trees or anything that may be blocking the sunlight. So this is what I did, and this is what I'm going to map out. I hope it was helpful. But as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you turn on the notifications so that you can receive a notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you also so much for watching, and until the next video, bye-bye.